Hey everybody, Dr. Giggles here from SFNEOnline, and of course, your host of The Grove Show. This video is called The Grove Show After Hours from episode 187 that talked about Cedar Fair purchasing Schlitterbahn, also talking about Hagrid's roller coaster at Universal, and as well as this video is going to pertain to a bunch of questions that didn't get answered during the show. So we're just going to go over, do a little recap, answer the questions that we did not get to, and take it from there. So without further ado, let's get on into it. All right, so we're going to start with the questions, and then we're going to break down and get into detail more about the Cedar Fair Schlitterbahn thing, and talk more about Hagrid's, because that's like the big thing that everybody was talking about, excited about. And so let's start off with question number one. Question number one was that I missed was from John Cafaro. He said, after the double-decker carousel, what do you think is going to come next at Canopy Lake? My personal opinion on this, and it's all across the board. There's a lot of wants, needs, stuff going around Canopy Lake. Canopy Lake isn't a corporate park like a Six Flags or a Lake Compounce or a Cedar Fair, etc., etc. So they're not going to blow big bucks every year. So last year at the end of the summer, they opened for one day. They had the water park area, which has been, it seems like it's been a hit. This year they got the double-decker carousel. Honestly, I think they're probably going to do more water park stuff. I think they're going to eat into the land leading into Corkscrew. There'll be a coaster at some point. When, I don't know. It just depends when they want to, drop the hammer and get a roller coaster. I mean, there's plenty of options. They could do one of them small woodies like a Wooden Warrior or, a Rorosaurus or something. And I think that would be a great fit for the park. There's other options, too, that they could go with. I mean, if they really wanted to, they could get rid of the Dragon coaster and get one of those kiddie spinning coasters. There's two models. There's the small one, and now there's a bigger model that's technically inexpensive, like under $1 million. And they could put that in that spot to kind of add some flavor to the area. But I think you're going to see where currently Corkscrew is down the line. I don't know when. You're going to see a family-type coaster. Nothing huge, but you're going to get something new down the road. But I think what's next is going to be more water park. And they'll probably flip-flop between water park and flat rides until they're ready to pull the trigger on that coaster. Now, next on the block was a comment that I actually loved, and we talked about this on the show, but I want to reiterate that. And those that are watching this, I want you to comment down below, especially about this topic, or any topic, but this one in particular, because it could go either way. So after you listen to this, leave me a comment down below about this. So his comment was, would you rather have an intense roller coaster, say like a Steel Vengeance, or would you rather have a highly immersive roller coaster like Hagrid's or Mummy or something like that along those lines? So I know we talked a bunch back and forth last week about that. It was great interaction with everybody, but I'm going to add a little bit more to my flavor of it. I don't even remember what I said last week, but hopefully I'm not repeating myself. Myself personally, I love an intense ride like the Steel Vengeance and like Superman the Ride and Wicked Cyclone and all the other RMCs and stuff like that. Anything that's intense, I'm all on board for. But in today's world, and in my opinion, I'm always going to ride anything that's new that I haven't, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it. But in all honesty, now I have not ridden Hagrid yet. I'm going to try doing that later on this year. But I would say I'm leaning more towards the highly immersive rides. Why? Because granted, I love riding coasters or any kind of ride, dock rides, anything. I just love the experiences of whatever they are. But for me, I want more immersive, more interaction with myself, and Universal does a good job with that. Mummy, for example, is great for that. And the video I've seen, the comments that I've seen for Hagrid's, and that's what everybody's saying. It's another highly immersive, best roller coaster in Orlando. I don't have an opinion on it either way, because I'm not going to judge it based off of a POV. Two, I haven't ridden, so my opinion is really moot until I ride it. I mean, I can give you kind of like what I feel about it just by looking at it, but my opinion really doesn't mean a whole lot of nothing because I haven't ridden it. I can't go, it's the worst thing ever, or it's the best thing ever, when I haven't physically been on it. So I will change that later this year, and then I'll give my opinion. Whether you take it with a grain of salt, whether you love it, whether I hate it, whatever, love it, whatever, we'll find that out. But back to the thing in hand, what I want to know from everybody is, would you rather have an intense ride like a Steel Vengeance or something like that? Or would you rather get into the immersive? You know, do you want to have like an indoor or partial indoor and just have like the whole area highly themed, interactive, either between animatronics, props, storyline, audio? And what parks do you think should be doing this? We all know Disney and Universal, they got the dough to do it. Someone like Cedar Fair or Six Flags or other smaller corporate parks or non-corporate parks, they don't really have the dough. I mean, if you look at Hagrid, it's rumored to cost, what, $300 million, something around there? I don't know what the final figure is or what it is, but that's the number that's been floating around. Six Flags is never going to spend, or Cedar Fair, $300 million on one ride. It's just not going to happen. But when you think about it, all the other parks that are not these big theme parks are kind of like the discount chains of stores, and they're going to give you somewhat of a interactive ride. You know, not everything, but like, I'll give you the example, and I said this on the show, I know that. When I said Six Flags with Six Flags New England with Cyborg, they took a ride that's usually, you know, outside, and then they put it inside. They gave it a little bit of a storyline. They put a little bit of effects to it. There's, you know, video and stuff inside with the lights. Is it the greatest attraction on the planet? No, but it's a step in the right direction to get you an indoor ride, to get you some kind of interactive ride, right? We're not saying, you know, Six Flags and Cedar Fair are never going to be, unless some miracle happens, they're not going to be on Disney level or Universal level rides. And I'm okay with that. You know, when I go to a Cedar Fair park or a Six Flags park, I know what I'm getting, and I enjoy what they are. I'm not dogging Six Flags and Cedar Fair for not being highly immersive like a Disney and a Universal. Totally different realm of life, realm of everything. And I get it, not hating. So let me know down below, what would you rather have? Would you rather have immersive, or would you rather have intense? Let me know down in the comments down below. All right, so question number 3 comes from Shane Joseph, and he asked, what do I think, you know, he says, how do you think Disney is going to respond to Universal's new park? Now, he suggested they're going to have to use Marvel. We all know that in Orlando, they cannot use Marvel. They can't even use the word Marvel. They can't put anything Marvel, technically, so to speak, because of that contract that had been put in place well before Disney had bought Marvel. Hell, even in California, in California Adventure, they can't even use the word Marvel. They can use the characters, but they cannot use the word Marvel. Walt Disney World can't use the word Marvel, and most of the characters, especially the ones that are in the park, they cannot use. They've gotten away with it with Guardians of the Galaxy because those characters do not fall under that contract. So that was their way around that. So what do I think my answer to all this is? Probably by that time, which you're probably looking at least minimum of 5 years out, before 4 to 5 years before the Universal new park opens, which I'm excited to see what they're going to do with. I think Disney may try to open another gate. They got the room for it. Right now, they don't need to. Because right now, Disney has way more parks than Universal, but if they're going to want to try to take away from Universal, they're going to have to open another gate, and they're going to have to come proper with it. And, I mean, I don't know what they do with it. I mean, you already have Hollywood Studios, you have Animal Kingdom, you have Epcot, and you have Magic Kingdom. Then you got the 2 water parks, you got Disney Springs, you got multiple, you know, you got the ESPN area, you got multiple resorts. So where do you go? You know, there was rumors of a villain park. Could they do a Star Wars land? Maybe by that time Universal's done with Marvel and they take it back and make it like a whole Marvel park. Maybe they can mix and match, like kind of what Hollywood Studios would have been. I mean, I'm kind of like upset about this whole IP thing. I get it. The whole idea of original theme park ideas are gone, unfortunately, and we're just gonna have to see. But I think they're gonna have to come with something that's different. If they were smart, they would do the Disney villain park. Just take all the villain stuff, make all these themed lands to it, and create these crazy stories to it. And I think it would be phenomenal. You know, they're going to have to up the game because, you know, Universal's going to come hard probably with Nintendo. They're probably going to try to make a deal with Star Trek to kind of combat with Star Wars, you know, maybe something like that. You know, they're going to put more Harry Potter stuff because without Harry Potter, Universal, that's Universal's gig, is Harry Potter. That's where they've done everything right, so to speak. That's what got the people in the door, because before that, Universal was on a, you know, was nothing. And then all of a sudden, bam, like, they had good rides, but people weren't going as much as they do now. They've really upped the attendance. They've been investing in Universal properties down in Florida in the Orlando Resort, and they've been doing great, and people are coming, and people are loving what they're doing. So I think that Disney's going to have to really step it up, open another gate of something, of some sort, that's going to rock and be on par with the new gate at Universal. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. What do you think Disney's answer to all this is going to be by the time that gate opens? And I'm sure Disney already has plans, like, you know, for future, not like right this second, but I'm sure there's like many different lands for another gate that are in the vault. Like, whenever they need it, they're gonna do it. So I think they just may pull one of these out and go, let's do it. I think the Disney villains rumor idea that's been floating around, you know, for years, I think that's probably the best way to go. Because right now, with the 50th anniversary of, you know, of Walt Disney World, I think with all the attractions coming, it's going to build on it, build on it, build on it. And, I mean, technically, they don't have to do anything. They really don't. But anyway, let me know down below what you think. All right, so let's talk about Hagrid's motorbike adventure ride there at Universal. Now, what we talked about was the huge wait. So now the debate comes up, and I'm going to make a bigger video on this. What do you think? How long is a person willing to wait in line for any attraction? Like, where's your threshold where you go, okay, I can't wait. You know what I mean? Like, people have limits set in their mind, and people waiting 10 hours, 7 hours, 2 hours, 90 minutes, whatever it was. Especially opening day, they were going crazy with it. So I want to know, leave a comment down below for whoever watches this. What is the longest you are willing to wait for any ride, whether it's new or old? What is the longest you're willing to wait? And also, let me know why. Because me personally, a new ride, hour, maybe, it depends how bad I want to ride it. Maybe an hour and a half, even though that's pretty bad to sit in a line for 90 minutes. I mean, if it's a ride that I've been on, anything more than a half hour, 45 minutes, anything more than that, I'll skip it, go back when the line's shorter, or my next visit, go ride it. I know that sounds like, oh, you're entitled. No, I don't want to be wasting my day sitting in over-hour lines for everything. You know, the problem is capacity on rides. So trying to get onto a ride where the wait time isn't that long, you know, as you move around, people move in the other direction, and you can get on rides. I'm not worried about that. It's the whole, hey, we're going to do X, Y, Z, and I'm going to sit in line. I would never wait 10 hours, 7 hours, 2 hours would even be pushing it. Like, I just can't see myself sitting there. Especially when there's no bathrooms in the line. Like, I got to go to the bathroom. So why am I not going to get out? I can't get back in the line. You know, that sucks. And I don't want to, like, the people that sat there for 7, 10 hours. I mean, I get it if you live around the park, you know, near there, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to go ride this. Who cares? I'm going to chit-chat with people or sit on my phone for 7 or whatever it is. I get it. It is what it is. But for me, I would never wait that. I'd be like, yeah, no, not this time, buddy. Not waiting that long. Nope, not going to do it. So let me know down below how long you're willing to wait for any ride, and tell me why. Why are you willing to wait that long? Because I've seen so many different reasons why. So I want to know down in the comments below. Let me know. All right, so the final topic that we talked about heavily, and everybody, and even people that were even commenting on the video after the fact that it aired, was the Cedar Point buying the 2 Schlitterbahn parks for $261 million down in Texas. And a lot of the questions and answers that I went over with everybody was, one, what did you think about it? 2, do you think it was worth it? 3, what do you think about the competition that's going to happen now within the area with SeaWorld and Six Flags and all that stuff? What do you think is going to happen now? So let me know in the comments down below what you think about that. I'm just going to quickly just kind of go over my thoughts and process of it. And 1, I think it's great. You know, it's going to give help, especially after that thing that happened with Kansas City, the unfortunate accident. And, you know, I think with Cedar Fair buying the 2 properties, they've said that they're going to keep the name. And now that they can invest in it and make it grow and make it better. And I think that's going to be a hit with it, especially its brand name and how popular it is in Texas. 2, I said, again, I think it's a great thing. Hopefully they don't mess that up. I don't think they will, but we'll have to see how this all plays out. And I think competition-wise, I think now it's going to force SeaWorld and Six Flags to step up their game, invest in their water park to kind of keep the pressure. And they're going to have to get innovative, and they're going to have to try new things and update stuff. I think it's a win-win all around for everybody. I think SeaWorld and I think Six Flags is going to make out great because now they're going to have to step the game up. When it was just SeaWorld and Six Flags, they could just, nah. Now you got another major player in the field, and they're going to be dropping stuff to get people to go in there, and they're going to be coming out with rides, a track, whatever, that can compete with all of them and try to take it to another level. Because Schlitterbahn's always been known for having great water parks. You know, I've seen the pictures from different, you know, events going on. Place looks awesome. People have a great time. I've never heard a bad thing about the Texas parks. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Leave us a like. Make sure you comment down below. Help us share, because the next giveaway for Mystery Awesome Box is $750 with 30 OA. So that would greatly help us out, get the word out. And I will see you guys soon. And until next time, everybody, keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.